Are you a firearms dealer confused about how to deal with the new ATF stabilizing arm brace ruling? We created this guidance for all FFLs to properly and legally follow all of the requirements for the new ATF Final Rule regarding arm braces and short-barreled rifles. Our comprehensive presentation will go over all of the requirements for the arm brace ruling, including definitions for a stabilizing brace, short-barreled rifle, and other key details to understand quickly. Let us show you how to navigate the ATF arm brace ruling with ease so you can avoid ATF pitfalls and violations. The ATF Final Rule 2021 R-08F will be published in the very near future. So listen closely, take notes, and get the knowledge you need to stay compliant today. The NFA cannot be circumvented by attempting to configure a firearm with the purported stabilizing brace when the affixed device and configuration of the firearm includes features inherent in shoulder-fired weapons. The DOJ has amended the definition of a rifle under 27 CFR 478.11 and 479.11 to expressly state that the term designed or redesigned, made or remade, and intended to be fired from the shoulder. The definition now includes a weapon that is equipped with an accessory, component, or other rearward attachment, example is a stabilizing brace, that provides surface area that allows the weapon to be fired from the shoulder, providing other factors. So what are those other factors? The first factor is whether the weapon has a weight or length consistent with the weight or length of similarly designed rifles. Number two, whether the weapon has a length of pull measured from the center of the trigger to the center of the shoulder stock, or other rearward accessory, component, or attachment, including an adjustable or telescoping attachment with the ability to lock into various positions along a buffer tube, receiver extension, or other attachment method that is consistent with similarly designed rifles. Number three, whether the weapon is equipped with sights or a scope with eye relief that requires the weapon to be fired from the shoulder in order to be used as designed. Number four, whether the surface area that allows the weapon to be fired from the shoulder is created by a buffer tube, a receiver extension, or any other accessory, component, or other rearward attachment that is necessary for the cycle of operations. Number five, whether the manufacturer's direct and indirect marketing and promotional materials indicated the intended use of the weapon. Number six, information demonstrating the likely use of the weapon in the general community. So where should we begin? This rule does not affect stabilizing braces that are objectively designed and intended as a stabilizing brace for use by individuals with disabilities and not for shouldering the weapon as a rifle. Such stabilizing braces are designed to conform to the arm and not as a buttstock. However, if the firearm with the stabilizing brace is a short-barreled rifle, it needs to be registered within 120 days from the date of publication in the Federal Register. So who's affected by this new rule? First, unlicensed possessors. Next, federal firearms licensees not under the NFA as a Class 1 importer or Class 2 manufacturer SOT. Next, FFL importers and manufacturers under the GCA who are qualified under the NFA Class 1 importer or Class 2 manufacturer SOT. And finally, certain government agencies. Let's take a look at how the sights and brace factor into this new rule. First of all, does the pistol have sights that provide eye relief? Does the pistol have sights that would require the shooter to shoulder the firearm in order to obtain a good sight picture or to be used as the sights are designed? Does the surface area of the rear of the brace provide adequate structural support to allow the firearm to be fired from the shoulder? Would the surface area and the brace position provide a means to the user to firmly brace the firearm and easily aim with stability by being held against the user's shoulder? And then finally, would the surface area aid the user in countering the muzzle rise by transmitting recoil straight into the user's body? For manufacturers, did the manufacturer produce direct, indirect marketing or promotional materials that indicated that the firearm in its current configuration was intended to be or could be fired from the shoulder? And is there information demonstrating the likely use of the weapon in the general community? For example, are there online videos available, such as YouTube, where a user is demonstrating the functionality of the firearm and the shoulder firing the weapon system? And now finally we get to the big question. Can I still sell, and what can I sell? Well, the short answer is no. You need to evaluate each individual firearm first. You'll need to ensure that the firearm with an attached stabilizing brace does not constitute a short-barreled rifle under the NFA. With a review of the sights and stabilizing brace. And remember, the final rule is enforceable right after the publication date. Also, simply removing a stabilizing brace is not sufficient. It must either be disposed of or altered so that it cannot be reinstalled. So what does this mean to you? First thing we're going to look at is weight or length. Is the weight or length consistent with the weight or length of similarly designed rifles? We'll need to evaluate other similar firearm models and determine if the configuration is consistent in weight and length. Next, we need to look at the length of pull. Does the firearm have a length of pull that's consistent with similarly designed rifles? You will need to evaluate other similar firearm models and determine if the configuration is consistent with the length of pull. Length of pull is measured from the center of the trigger to the center of the shoulder device or stabilizing brace. The length of pull cannot be longer than 13.5 inches. This means the shoulder device or stabilizing brace at full extension cannot have a distance between the trigger and the rear edge of the brace that exceeds 13.5 inches. Here's a brief list of recommended actions for FFLs. Guidelines are for Type 1 and Type 2 FFLs who are not familiar with the NFA requirements and who do not hold a Class 1 or Class 2 SOT, otherwise known as a Special Occupational Tax Stamp. First, isolate your retail inventory, your repairs, and pawned firearms that are subject to the new ruling 2021R-08F. Handguns with a barrel measuring less than 16 inches with any stabilizing arm brace attachment should be your primary focus. Begin to contact your customers to retrieve the firearms in your possession if they have unapproved stabilizing arm braces attached prior to the posting of the ruling to the Federal Register. This may include firearms in your repair gunsmith area, recent transfers, and firearms in pawn. We will issue an FFLC alert as soon as the ruling is published in case you miss it. Customers and FFLs may elect to complete an ATF Form 1 to register an NFA item tax-free during the first 120-day period following the publication of the ruling. Customers and FFLs may permanently remove or alter and destroy the stabilizing brace so that it cannot be reattached, and thereby removing it from a regulation as a firearm under the NFA. Customers and FFLs may remove the short barrel and attach a 16-inch or longer rifled barrel to the firearm, thus removing it from the provisions of the NFA. Customers and FFLs can surrender restricted short barrel rifles to the ATF office. Customers and FFLs can destroy the firearm. Stabilizing arm braces designed and installed to facilitate shooting by handicapped persons are permissible. No action is necessary on the part of the FFL for such designs. The ATF Firearms and Ammunition Technology Division should be contacted to determine approval of such braces at fire_tech@atf.gov. If firearms remain in your possession after the ruling is posted, remove and separate the unapproved arm braces or other device that does not meet the new ruling criteria from the firearm so that it cannot be reinstalled. Arm braces by themselves are not illegal as they are considered accessories. Advise customers who decide to keep the stabilizing braces that function by design or have surface area to allow the shouldering of the firearm that they will have 120 days from the date of publication to the Federal Register to complete a Form 1 to register the short-barreled rifle tax-free. FFLs should alert customers that the SBR registration is also specific to the laws for the state of residence and whether or not the state allows for SBRs to be owned and possessed by non-licensees. And remember, any firearm with a non-qualified stabilizing arm brace in an FFL's inventory after the date of publication of Rule 2021R-08F cannot be transferred under the Gun Control Act. The following is not an exhaustive list of commercially available firearms equipped with a stabilizing brace that are short-barreled rifles. However, this list is representative of how ATF will apply the definition of rifle to firearms that are equipped with the stabilizing brace. For purposes of this training, the term short-barreled rifle is used to refer to rifles with a barrel or barrels of less than 16 inches that are subject to the provisions of the NFA. These arm braces allow for shouldering, and this is an AR-type pistol with a barrel length of less than 16 inches. These arm braces allow for shouldering of an AK-type pistol with barrel length of less than 16 inches. These arm braces allow for shouldering of an HK-type firearm with barrel length of less than 16 inches. This is an example of an arm brace allowing for the shouldering of a PCC-type pistol with a barrel length of less than 16 inches. And here we have an example of arm braces being used to shoulder rifle-type firearms. Again, the barrel length is less than 16 inches. And please be aware that any device that allows for Glock-type pistols to be used in any type of shouldering position is also restricted under the new ruling. And here we also have examples where the barrel length is less than 16 inches with an arm brace attached. The examples you have just seen are not all-inclusive. Please refer to the atf.gov website for additional samples and examples of restricted firearms under the new ruling. The ATF has also prepared a quick reference chart that will help you distinguish what is and what is not permissible under the new ruling. This new chart is a great training aid for your staff to stay compliant. It's available from the atf.gov website under Rules and Regulations. So that was a lot of information to absorb in a short period of time. We recommend that you review this information in detail and refer to the ruling on the ATF website. And if you have any questions at all, please reach out to JC or myself. You can call us on our direct numbers and even text pictures of firearms you may have questions with. So please take note of our direct numbers. And if you ever have any general information, you can always call our main number at 720-336-0028. All right, so who's going to SHOT Show this week? JC and I will be there, and we will be in attendance with the ATF on Tuesday, diving deep into the stabilizing arm brace ruling and providing more answers to you in our upcoming Ask Us Anything live event in February, on February 13th. But if you are attending this week, be sure to look for us because we've got a special surprise for you. So if you're attending SHOT, look for JC or myself. We'll be there all week in different places each day, and we will be handing out 300 free VIP passes to a new learning platform we're launching in February called FFLC Academy. It's going to take care of all the training needs for you and your staff and all your new employees, but for onboarding, learning the fundamentals of compliance, the 4473, the multiple firearm sales forms, straw purchasing, and more, including, yes, we will have acquisition and disposition information as well. So take a look for us. All you have to do is find us, say hello, and give us the secret password. And what is the word? It's VIP, VIP. That's all you got to do is say hi, shake a hand, tell us where you're from, let us know if you're a listener, and we'll give you the secret code for your VIP pass starting in February, and that is going to be worth almost $500 in value and good for 90 days of free access training. We're pretty excited about this event. It's been a long time coming and a lot of work and dedication, but there it is. Your VIP pass for 90 days. It's a $479 value. Again, we are launching on February 1st, so be the first to get in, give it a whirl, give us feedback, and be an ambassador for FFL Consultants community and FFLC Nation going forward. Like I said, all you gotta do is find us. Here's our calendar for the week. Monday through Friday, you can find us at different locations on different days. And if you just find us in the hall, you can stop us as well. We'll have our FFL Consultant shirts on, easily recognizable. Plus, most of you know who we are and have seen us on our live events. So, hey, don't be shy, say hi, and get your VIP pass to our FFLC Academy launching in February. And if you're not going to SHOT Show and you are a VIP member, don't worry. Your new training academy is part of your membership package. So just continue to stay with us and take advantage of new benefits coming your way. And we'll be announcing another major event for us probably next month. So we're excited to have you all here, and we hope you have all the information you need to manage this new stabilizing arm ruling and all the technicalities that go along with it. We will be back live in February, on February 13th, Monday, with our next live Zoom event. So if you haven't registered or haven't attended one of our events in the past, just go to our website and right at the top of the page, register for our next event, and you'll be sure to get an invite. And that's where we talk about live real-time, time-sensitive, urgent alerts and ongoing ATF inspection activities, along with anything else you might need to be successful with your firearms business. So that's it. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you at SHOT Show.